haven't made it down to the bike shop yet. No, I'm not lost. Before we talk about equipment, I want to talk about cyclocross technique with Richard Sweet of the Paul's Bicycle Way of Life cycling team. Let's go check it out. Hey, Richard.
Hey, Sal, how's it going?
So what do you got set up for us today?
Well, we're going to try a little cyclocross today. We got a short little sample of cyclocross course, and we can run through it, show you what we got going on. Right here, we're going to simulate a run-up today. We'll be dismounting our bikes about here so we can run up this little hill where you'll have to mount and make a sharp left to go back onto the pavement, onto the course. We'll be turning left off the pavement here towards a set of double barriers where most racers would normally have to get off the bike to get over these. Some people you'll see bunny hopping, but we'll show you today how to jump on and off your bike to go around them.
So usually a cyclocross course has barriers on it?
Yeah, cyclocross course always has barriers on it. Typically you'll find a minimum spot of one place during the course to get off your bike. Most times anywhere from 3 to 4.
Okay.
And it'll depend on barriers, the run-ups, which will be made either to run or ride, depending on what the terrain is like and the ground.
So let's dismount for this one.
Okay. So on a dismount, you're going to come up to it, swing your leg off, bring it through, and try to grab your bike.
Okay.
And
then shoulder?
Well, it depends on the type of course, but yeah, you can either short run-ups, you can carry your bike up, get back on, or you could even shoulder your bike, which we can do on the next round. There's always, depending on what's the most efficient way to do that.
And then I noticed when you got back on, you take note of where your pedals are.
Yeah, you really want to jump onto your bike and not onto your pedals when you're getting back on your bike. You want to land on the saddle with your feet kind of intersecting the bikes.
Okay.
So here we have a couple barriers, and it's kind of the same idea. You come off your bike, you pick up your bike, grab it to the top tube, go over the barriers, drop your bike down, and when you jump on, you kind of want to jump on with your thigh.
Okay.
Put your feet into the pedals and just keep going.
So let's go a little faster. Let's get up to not quite race pace. How about that? Your course is kind of bumpy, Richard.
The course is kind of bumpy. That's pretty typical for cross races. They like to challenge you no matter what type of terrain you're at. It's always a matter of trying to slow the rider down. So this scenario here, bring your bike off, grab your down tube, shoulder it, swing your left arm, keep your momentum going, drop your bike, and mount back on your bike, keep pedaling. And we'll do the same scenario with these barriers. You really need to check your speed, make sure that you can get off your bike, pick it up, go over the barriers, and try to lose as little speed as possible.
All right, let's pick up the speed a little.
Okay.
Let's get a workout here. Come on, Richard.
So when you shoulder a bike, we can slow it down just a little bit. You want to bring your, same way with the dismount, off, grab your down tube, shoulder the bike, grab your bar.
Okay, so you're holding the bar through the...
Holding the bar through the down tube with my right hand.
Okay.
And then you're just going to let it slide down off your arm and get back on. Once you get that system down, it can be quite graceful.
And that's to keep the bike out of the way?
That's to keep the bike out of the way, make it as efficient for the person racing as possible, so when they're running, you're not having to carry the weight of the bicycle.
So Richard, I noticed you're rocking the single speed today.
Yep. It's a good bike, especially for these type of scenarios. With the courses are usually very muddy, very bouncy. The railers tend to have a lot of problems.
Well, and then gear selection though.
Gear selection is very important. On a course like we've set up here today where it's flat, you really want to pay attention to be able to go as fast as you can.
And what gear are you running?
I have a 38 tooth on the front and a 17 tooth on the back.
Okay. I'm running the 38-16,
Yeah.
so I'm a little,
And it's
a little taller.
It's probably a little low for what I'd normally do.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, let's just do a full speed lap.
Okay.
All right, well, anything we missed?
Well, a couple things I think are also important. Comes in terms of bike handling skills is cornering. A lot of courses will have sharp, what we call chicanes. We gotta make a 180-degree turn. Having confidence in your bike yourself makes a big difference there. And what they'll do is they'll put a cone, similar, if we pick this orange cone right here in front of us, and they'll make you do a 180-degree turn around that. Usually after a fast section. So you gotta try to make that turn go on your full speed.
Okay.
Starts. Most people look at a bicycle race and they always see the finish line where on a mass gallop bicycle race where you have the riders racing down to the finish line, going as fast as they can, and the first guy across wins. Now, cyclocross is very similar, except for it's usually, that sprint usually start at the beginning of the race.
Okay.
The first man out of the gate usually has the best lines through all the technical sections. And you can get caught up in traffic real easy, so that person really has an advantage when it comes to being in the front of the group. It's very important.
So you've been racing cross for a while. Any tips for beginners? If this was, say, someone's first season of racing cross?
Go out and have fun. Don't worry about your technique. Don't worry about where you finish. Just go out and enjoy it. Learn as much as you can by watching everybody around you, what they do and they don't do, wrong or right. That's probably the best advice. In terms of tips, practice one thing at a time. Practice getting off your bike or on your bike. Go out on a weekday evening and don't worry about anything besides dismounting the bicycle. Pick an open field like we have to our right, no barriers, and just worry about jumping off your bike and learning what to do with your hands and your legs and the bike. And then go to the next step of getting on the bike. And eventually it becomes natural. Race situation comes along and all of a sudden your body remembers what you're supposed to do.
Great, that's great advice. Well, you mind if I ride a few laps with you?
No, let's go for it.
This is better than going to work today, right? I mean,
A lot better. Sunny weather, different for a cross race.
here on VeloTV, we've seen it all. Everything from single speeds to cross bikes, trials and 29ers to racing tandems. You can find all of these unique machines and more at WebCyclery.com.